Good afternoon, my mate. Hope the week is going well. So, just referring back to obviously Friday and Saturday. Saturday was better. I'm so glad driver was so good. Short game's good, so it all makes sense. It's fine. Iron's a little bit of a problem. So, we just got to push through this, isn't it? Right. So it's just sort of inconsistent distance from the ball, inconsistent right hip and right leg movement. And that's just creating some inconsistencies here. So we don't have to worry too much. It's not one thing or the other. Right, it's just kind of not quite matching up, right? So we just gotta push through that. So Friday's drills, the L shape, I really loved it. Okay, it really kept that arm depth here instead of getting too deep and too flat. Okay, so I really loved it. And I also really liked the ball under the heels. Okay, he just kind of started too close, so to kind of back up a little bit, right? But I loved what that was doing to the back. But obviously, if we've been there for a while, all right, and then the arms want to come around the body to get to the ball, and then the backswing gets better and they come a little bit around, then obviously we can get either a little out to in and hit those pulls, or we can even hit shanks. Okay, so I'm not stressed about it. Okay, all fine, just got to push through it. Okay, so obviously that's also probably why it's not an issue with the driver. When you're further from the ball and you do swing a little more rounded, then driver's going to be good. Just have to obviously make sure that driver, especially with the left foot pulled back, that we're not too far from the golf ball. Okay, make sure the correct distance from the ball with that driver. Okay, right. So drills this week, and obviously a little bit better for us this week. You can get an extra session in, okay, or extra bit of practice. So we'll review those videos before you're able to play, which is great. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do L to L pitch shots. Okay, obviously if you're in the studio, you can't always use the lob wedge, that's fine, but just feel that strike. So we kind of sliding, releasing through the bottom of the ball, all right? But we're going to do our L to Ls with balls under the heels. Okay, so probably going to be too close. Let me get this correct. So we're there. Okay, so that's there. And that is there. Okay. Balls in the middle of the feet. Little L shape. Little nice release. Okay. If you want to, you can even do it with the foam block as well. Okay. And then from there, L to L punches. Okay. Again with balls under the feet. All right, under the heels. Okay, so we're going to move that ball position back. Okay, just inside the right toe. We're going to really move forward on top of the left knee. So even though I got balls under the feet, I'm going to move into that left knee. I'm still going to make my L shape because that's the arm depth and the hinge that we want. Okay, but I'm just going to be right on top of that, even ahead of that ball. All right, so that's the warm-up, yeah? Okay, so just work through those. And then maybe do some at the end, L-tail pitches and then L-tail punches without balls under the heels, but just trying to feel a little bit more here and not there. That's kind of throughout the swing. Okay, so we can do a few of those at the end, and obviously send me the videos. Okay, right, then. First swing drill, so that's going to be a lot of the sort of hard discipline work. And when we got to playing really, really well, and we shot a couple of 80s and a couple of 81s, the keys were, okay, loop to loop came in, all right, so that really helped the backswing and the arm depth, all right, even though we exaggerated. But our keys were the right leg, really athletic and strong, all right, and then that impact position. Hips open, hands forward. Okay, so we just got to kind of push back there slowly. So we're going back to loop to loop. I really like loop to loop. Okay, don't do it obviously with the foam block. All right, now your loop to loops, you're kind of overdoing it, which is good. That's what we want from loop to loop. But when you're looping this way, you're kind of dropping the head and right shoulder backwards. All right, almost like a driver, and then heading behind them. Okay, so do loop the loops. Okay, but just try and stay a little on top of the golf ball. Okay, so we still hit them. We still hit them nicely. Okay, so nice loop to loops without leaning. Okay, without leaning back. You can see it's up, loop, and then around to square the face. It's not up, loop, and hanging back. Okay, so it's not that, it's that. Okay, it's all exaggerated, but it gives you a good idea. Okay, so loop to loops. Right, then, got a new drill for you. And I want to see how this works. Okay, something we've sort of done before. Okay, but not in this way, not with this drill. Okay, so, and kind of incorporating two things we've done separately. So we've worked last year on this right heel and right knee on the downswing, so it doesn't go that way. And then obviously once that was set, then we worked on the right hip and the right knee on the backswing. Okay, now we sort of kind of in a way put those two things together. Right, so what we're going to do, take your setup. Okay, I'm going to put a wedge under the right heel. Okay, I know it's a little bit dark, but it's there. Maybe I should have got a lighter shaft, but okay, there it is there. All right, and basically what we're trying to do, so we're going to engage a little bit there. Okay, which is good, you can see that there. Okay, what we're going to do is kind of hit this golf ball, all right, and not let that wedge fall. Okay. Okay, that's my setup. Wedge under the heel. Okay, and then we've got to hit it. And not let it fall. Okay, now we won't fully clear and fully release yet. Okay, we might adapt it to go, okay, let that club fall just after impact. We might get there, but for now, you just hit some balls without dropping that heel. Okay, we just want to see what happens to the arm depth and the strike. Okay, right, so that's where we're at. We're trying to match the backswing set and arm depth, okay, to the lower body work. All right, so that we slot that club on the correct path and obviously don't hit pulls and shanks. Okay, that's kind of where we're at. Alrighty, thank you, my mate. Driver we're leaving, obviously, just as I said, make sure distance from the golf ball, but you said you drove it great last week, so I'm super happy with that. Shook him putting, look in a good space. Alrighty, okay, so some hard discipline work this week. Let me know how it goes. Obviously, send videos, and let's review those videos before you play on Saturday. And then let's get back to where we want to be. All right. Have a good week, my mate. I'll talk to you soon.